Houston Airport. I am back again at Bush Intercontinental, looking to catch my flight into Omaha. So this is the ebb and glow of real travel and the real glamour, right, of being out here. So I just want to say this is not my kitchen that you're seeing out here for Move On Mondays, but this is the premier airline that I keep flying. And so here we are. So good morning, everybody. It's great to see you. So, you know, my very first podcast of the year, the first Friday of January of 2021, the word that God gave me was to be agile. And so guess what? That sounded awesome then, and I posted it, and it was awesome. But now it becomes reality. And this is so important for us to know. Revelation, as powerful as it is, my friends, is just the opening of the door to the journey. Once revelation comes, it's so strong, so pure. You're like, wow, how did I never see that before? It just becomes so clear. And we think we've got something. But you see, it's then that revelation then has to be made reality inside of us. So I hope you'll share this while it's live and in the repost, because I'm getting ready to have to catch my flight. We sat on in the plane last night for 4 hours, and then finally they canceled the flight. And we spent the night in Houston, and we're back again. So hopefully I'm in Omaha today. So I won't go through all that. Let's get to so the word agile came to me, revelation. Ooh, God said you're going to need lots of agility this year, lots of flexibility, the ability to be able to move and to stay in movement. So welcome to Move On Mondays. So the revelation of that then, see, has to become reality. And that can be many and varied experiences, circumstances, inner things that go on, external things that go on, that then begin to take that word, to begin to take what God has said and to make it real in our everyday life. So are we able to flex with God? Are we able to be agile? Are we able to keep moving? Or do we break down, shut down, walk off? And so how many of you know when you're already on the plane, and first is that the cleaning crew was late, and then once we got in the plane and we were on the tarmac, FFA or the FAA, whichever was in charge of my world last night, then they said too many planes on the runway, we've got to shut down a runway, blah, blah, blah. There's 15 planes ahead of you, and then we're getting ready for takeoff. And while we're in all of that waiting, our crew, our pilots, their hours timed out. I'm like, really? Okay. So I'm feeling the revelation of being agile starting to happen, right? And I'm like, okay. So how many of you know that in that time released delay, they kept sending alerts, and you shift, and you shift, and you shift. And the next thing you know, they're like, okay, so we've got to get a whole new crew. So we're leaving the runway, like we were getting ready to take off. Oh, no, we have to go back. Yeah, so I feel the word agile getting more and more meaningful by the moment. So we were on the runway. This is part 2. We're on the runway. We have to go all the way back to the gate. They've got to bring on a whole new flight crew, not our stewardesses, but the pilots and first officer, all that. So we're waiting. I'm wanting to tell everybody, don't get off the plane. Why are you getting off the plane? Don't get off the plane. People are getting off, not listening to me. And so you're sitting there. And so how many of you know that they keep telling you, oh, it'll be another 30 minutes. Okay, now, so our flight was supposed to have taken off at 8:05 p.m. And I guess it was maybe, 11:30 or so. They finally said, this flight is going to have to be postponed till the morning. So then we all get off, we get our vouchers, we do all that, we take our shuttles. I'm not even talking about the shuttle. And you get to I'm not even going to talk about the hotel. So, and then you catch some sleep, and you look like this when you get up, because guess what? They did not give us our luggage. They said, no, we're going to keep your luggage so that we can just have it all right there on the plane. So, like, okay, so here I am again, the same clothes, everything. And hello, my friends in Austria. I'm so glad to see you on here. And so, anyway, now it's time for me to go and board my plane. So this is Move On Mondays, okay, for May 10th. And I just want to say to you that revelation has to be made reality. Whatever great word God gives you, you better put your seatbelt on. You better hold on to that word as the light and life that it is to you. Because in big things and small things, in the major and in the minor, God's about to work that word into your actual fiber of your spirit through circumstances. That's if you continue to yield to Him and yield to Him in what He's doing, because He's bringing actual development, if you will, to the muscle of the very life of Jesus inside of you. Because we can't imitate Him, my friends. We either are going to let His actual life be developed, or we're going to be pretending until we can't pretend anymore. So we might as well just move from pretense to actually letting Him develop us. So revelation has to be made reality. Once it's made reality in you, then you can take responsibility more and more for the things that God has given you assignment over. Then there can be the reproducing, you see, in others. Revelation is easy to teach, but to let it become reality in your life so that you can take responsibility over things, and so that then you can reproduce in others, we want to keep pressing on to that, okay? So I know this has been, again, another one of those Move On Mondays where it's been a little bit difficult to connect, but I wanted to stay consistent, and I'm going to do my part to make that happen. So I know I came on early from a different location than I planned, but that's okay. We're going to be agile. And when He speaks a word to you, do not think that's it. It is not to tickle your thinking. It is to literally give you a heads up. This is what I'm about to work in you. This is about what I'm about to do. So I'm going to take my agile self, and we're going to walk over to the gate again. We're in total faith that though the unknown lies ahead, that we are going to get on that plane and we are going to make it to Omaha, and I'm going to be able to be with the people and do the things of the assignment that God has given me to. So I'm not going to let this opportunity go by. I'm going to harness it, make it serve the purposes of God, but mainly the private development of His life inside of me. I don't want to just try to be humanly patient and optimistic and all that. I'm not interested in it. I've got to let Him actually be developed in me. All right? And I'm encouraging you to do the same. So I'm so glad to see you guys. And again, excuse the look. I look like I did yesterday, okay? Because I'm wearing exactly what I had on yesterday because I had no luggage, all right? So I don't want to mention any airlines' names or anything, but anyway, here we go. All right. I love you all, and I will see you soon from Omaha, Council Bluffs, Iowa area. I'll be there all week, and I won't be home until next Sunday night at midnight. That's if everything runs on time. Okay. I feel some agility coming right now. All right. So you remember the word that God has spoken to you and let Him bring development to it. Don't leave it in the revelation stage. Ask Him to make it real inside of you so that you can take responsibility and we can get on with reproducing His life in us and in others. All right? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.